Everybody, good afternoon, good day, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. It's 2:23 p.m. I am supposed to have been up and out of the van, but I did not get up and out of the van. I'm getting ready to take my black seed oil. Miss Goody told me a way to take it where it won't taste nasty. This is a tablespoon, but I don't have it full, so I'm taking a teaspoon of it. So she said put it under your tongue. She said there are not taste buds under your tongue and you will not be able to taste it at all, and it works. I tried it 2 days in a row. It works. I'm not gonna frown, but I'm gonna leave it in my mouth a little while instead of just swallowing it immediately. I wanted to sit there for a little while because I wanted to seep into my, I don't know, I just feel like it'll seep into your system better and quicker and faster if you let it stay there for a while. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I don't taste it while it's there, so I could do it longer because I don't taste it. So I'm gonna raise up my tongue. Put my tongue down. Let it sit there. And nothing, absolutely positively nothing. You can leave it there as long as you want to. I was moving it around in my mouth. Nothing. That is amazing. Let me get a thumbnail. How to take nasty medicine without tasting it. Ooh. That's how you do it. Now, on to this one. Iodine is just as nasty, so I'm going to put this under my tongue, but I'm not going to move it around because this one tends to go on the top. Nothing. On that one, I try to keep my tongue up and not let my tongue touch it because I don't want it to go over the top of my tongue. It's still a little of this on the spoon. Nothing, y'all. That is the best tip and trick. I think that's the best tip and trick anybody ever taught me. I always be teaching other people tips and tricks, but you know, somebody just got through posting on my video on the other channel that you're never too old to learn something. And that is so true. You are never too old to learn something. Life is about learning, a learning process. You should be open to learning. You should be open to hearing things from other people. You should be open to constructive criticism. Even if you don't, even if you don't want to listen to the people that's giving you constructive criticism because your ego is too big to take constructive criticism from anybody, and you don't want to acknowledge that you're wrong in front of other people, when you in your alone time, think about what the people said and see if there's any truth to what people are saying about you. You know who you are as a person, but sometimes having another person's perspective about who you are gives light. If they're telling the truth, if they're being honest and they're not doing or saying anything to be malicious towards you, maybe you should take a self-reflection of what they're saying and see if it does pertain to you and if you have room for improvement. We all have room for improvement in our lives. But that is so true. Somebody had typed on my one of my comments that we are never too old to learn something, and I think that's my motto. Especially when you were younger and nobody taught you anything, and so you went through this life with an insufficient amount of teaching and you didn't learn anything. So when you get older, you have to have a frame of mind where you have a lot of teachable moments because you didn't learn things that you needed to learn to put you in a good standing when you were younger. So if you are open to learning at an older age, it could benefit you and it could help you be able to teach your children and your grandchildren important lessons that they should know when they're young. So I'm open to learning new things. I'm open to experiencing new things. I'm open to becoming a better me. No one is, some people are so intimidated by change, or some people despise other people giving them an opinion or telling them what to do, that they shoot their own selves in the foot. I know a lot of people like that. I've tried to help a lot of people in life, period. And I know a lot of people that you could help them, but you can't help them because they won't allow you to, because they don't like to be told that they're wrong. They don't like their faults pointed out to them. And, I know several people in my real life that are very, 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 very talented. And they could be so much farther along than where they are. And they could be doing so much better than what they're doing. But you can't tell them nothing. You can't tell them nothing. And I back away from people that I know I do not have an intention of hurting you, and I know I'm trying to help you and give you advice to help you, and you think I'm trying to control you, or you think I'm trying to be mean or insensitive, I'll back away from you and leave you to your own resolve and let you show yourself if you're capable of anything better. And that's sad, because I remember years ago, I tried to give this person that I know in real life some advice concerning something that they were doing. And for everything that I was telling them that they could change or work on, they was like, but you don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes, and you don't know all what I do. It's not about me knowing all of your business. It's not about me knowing everything that you do. It's about me giving advice to you based on what I see. I'm not giving you advice on the things I don't know. I'm giving you advice based on what I see. And the thing that kills me about some people is they'll ask you for your opinion. I'm not one to go out and give people my opinion unsolicited. Usually when I give my opinion, it is solicited. Usually when I give my opinion, it is you asking me for it. So if you're going to ask me for my opinion, why get angry and why get mad at me? Now, I might get mad at somebody giving me the opinion when I didn't ask for it. But if I'm asking you for help, if I'm seeing you doing good and I see what you're capable of, and I want that for myself, and I ask you, well, what do you think I could do to change this or to get better at this or to do? If I ask you for your advice, your opinion, and your help, then why be defensive about it when somebody gives their opinion? Take it, listen to it, marinate on it, and see if there's any truth, or try it. And I remember years ago that I was giving advice to. They asked for the advice, and because I know the person personally, I wanted to see the best for that individual. They were not receptive to my advice, to my conversation with them, and they are still doing things the way that they want to do them in their life, and they are still in the same place they were at when I gave them the advice the first time. No growth, no change, no professionalism. It's just, when you watch people watching you and wanting to be like you, but they're not willing to put in the work like you. And some people have, y'all, don't get it mistaken. I am not the be all of success on YouTube. In my opinion, I'm not very successful at all. But I try to put my best foot forward, and I could do so much better than what I'm doing, but I try to put my best foot forward, and I try to put my best foot forward. I try to make the best of what I have, but so many people want the level of success that you have, even though you don't think it's that much, and they have so much more advantages than you. There are a lot of people that have so much more advantages than me. A lot of people don't have the disabilities I have as far as my appearance, with my eye, with my throat, with my bald head. You're more cute for the public, because the public is really, really, really vain. So as far as appearance is concerned, you have a one-up on me. As far as talent, I know a lot of people that are, to me, I don't have no talents. Like, I am talented, but I don't have any talents per se. Like, I can't sing. I can't dance. One of my talents is I'm a writer. I love poetry. I can do poetry. I can do spoken words. But as far as talents that I would love to have, singing and dancing, and I also believe that I would be a great actress. That was one of my aspirations as a child. I would have loved to be an actress. But there are so many people with visible talents: singing, acting, dancing, well spoken of, beautiful, and they will probably never go as far as they could go because they won't listen. They're not receptive. And there are a lot of people who have a platform. They have people that follow them, that listen to them, that admire them, but they don't put in the work that those viewers and subscribers deserve. And so it's like they may feel like, and I know a lot of people like this in social media, they may feel like their channel is not going where it should be going because they have a certain number of subscribers or followers, but they're not putting in the work. And so it's going to stay the way it is. This red truck just came parked in front of me. That's why my face look red. But I'm going to just say this. You're never too old to learn something. And never look at someone who has less than you or their status is less than you and think that they can't teach you something. Because you can learn something even from a dummy. You want to know what you can learn from a dummy? How not to be a dummy. You can learn something from everybody. So when I see people with such great potential, and then I discover they're not teachable, and then I realize, this is something I realized about myself, you guys, and that's why I pretty much stopped my YouTube channel. Well, it's the several reasons why I stopped my tips and tricks YouTube channel. But as far as one-on-ones with people and getting to know people personally, and giving them advice on YouTube's tips and tricks, a lot of people would contact me and wanted me to talk to them behind the scenes and help them and give them tips behind the scenes. Number one, that takes time away from what I could be doing for myself. Number two, I wasn't charging to do it. So number two, you're going to give people advice. They're going to get angry and mad at you because you're pointing out to them things they need to work on. And I realize that a lot of people are not teachable. A lot of people don't want you to point out the things that are wrong that need to be worked on. They just want you to give them a recipe to success without them having to change. And number three, I realized maybe I'm not the person, because everybody learns differently. And I realize a lot of people that contact you for a recipe to success, some of them are lazy. And I'm not the teacher. Everybody needs a different kind of teacher. I'm not the teacher for lazy people. I'm not the teacher for people who are not ready to do any self-reflection. I'm not the teacher for people who are not teachable. Like, you're not going to listen. You're not going to take notes. You're going to it's going to go in one ear and come out the other ear. You're listening to me, but you're not hearing me. I'm not the teacher for people like that. So I had to say to myself, just work on you. Take the knowledge that you know and help you. And maybe you can't help nobody else, because if people are not susceptible to how I teach, then I can't teach you. And why am I gonna stretch myself out trying to teach you when you don't like the way I teach? You don't like the way I talk. You don't like the way I come across. You think I'm this. You think I'm that. Then why am I trying to help you? I don't need to help you. What am I getting out of it? So, and I've had this happen to me so many times in life. People get offended by my tone, my voice, my words, my advice. And I'm not for everybody. I'm not the teacher for everybody. Some people, and another thing, maybe my teaching style is a style that needs to just be done in videos and not in person. Just put the information out there, because some people, when you give them information in person, they feel like it's personal when they don't realize it's not personal, it's business. I'm trying to help you. I am trying to help you. How can I help you if I don't give you personal advice? Because we're making this consultation personal. It's about you and how it could benefit you. So you can't take my advice personal. It's professional. But some people don't get that. So I just have in the past walked away from people, or walked away from the situation of trying to help someone and realizing that, hey, I can't help them. It's no harm or hard feelings about it. You know, when I look at a couple of people that I've tried to help, I mean, it was some people years ago on YouTube that I've tried to help, and they weren't receptive to the areas that they needed to work on themselves. And before you could achieve the success or the level of accomplishment that you want to achieve, you need to go on a journey of working on self. And some people just want instant success, but they don't want to work. Whether it be work on yourself, or put in the work on your channel, put in the work on learning new things, gaining new skills. It's work, okay? I didn't get to know the things that I know without working. Nobody taught me, but somebody did teach me. I am willing to listen. I am willing to invest the time to learn. And I wouldn't know anything I know if I wasn't willing to learn. I'd still be the dummy that I was. You know, years ago, I went to a typing class. And I learned how to type in the class. But at the end of the course, I really couldn't type more than like 20 to 30 words a minute. And I think this class was like 6 months or something like that. And I had a friend that I met in the class, and we became friends. And she took the same course I took, and she could type 60 words a minute and more. And we took the same class. It benefited her more. She got more out of it. Why? Because she applied herself more, and perhaps because that was my second typing class that I had taken. The first typing class that I had taken years earlier, A lot of times, the typing classes focused on other stuff as well. And I wasn't really had good hand coordination. So I was learning the keys, and it took me more time to try to learn the keys by sight. Because once you learn the keys by sight, you will be able to type faster. So I was more like the picker, looking at the keys. You can't look at keys and be a fast typer. You have to master the skill of learning those keys without looking at them. And so the more you looking down at the keys, the more you're hindering yourself. So some people in the class couldn't get out the comfort zone of not looking at the keys, and some people mastered the skill of learning the keys without looking at them. And that's why my friend, she could type more than me. And so years later, I took another typing class, and I came in typing like 20, 30 words a minute. And when I left out of there, I was typing over 60 words a minute, because I had the skill now of feeling the typing. But in that class, I learned to master typing without looking at the keyboard. And I could be talking to you right now, typing everything I'm saying as I'm talking, and because I mastered that. And so I said all that to say, everybody could go through life. Everybody could take the same class, but different people are going to get something different out of the class. Different people are going to come out of their class with something different and a different skill set. It's all about how you apply yourself. It's all about how you view the information that's being taught in the class, and it's all about how you view the instructor. I remember the last typing class that I took. Everybody in the typing class thought that the teacher favored me. And they were like, well, she likes Vanessa more. That's why Vanessa is making good grades. And that's why Vanessa makes 100 on the test. Every time we take a test, I don't miss an answer. And the people would ask me, well, why does the teacher favor you? And I would tell them, this lady don't like me no more than she like y'all. You guys, after the class is over with, y'all leave and go home. After the class is over with, I stay after class. I read the book, I type some more, I'm studying some more. After the class was over with, you could stay there till the school closed. I would stay every day after class was over with. If I had a question, as long as the teacher was there, I would ask her questions. I would ask her, is it any other exercises? I would stay there and complete all the exercises that I needed to complete. After I complete those exercises, I would ask her, is there any more exercises that you have that I could do on my own to try to build my skill even more? That lady would come to school the next day with CDs for me to upload in the computer and do work. So everybody had a problem with her giving me these extra CDs and extra work, but I asked for them. I asked for them. When the lady was getting ready to start a family, and so she actually quit the job and put in her 2 weeks notice. Now, I was a student, hadn't graduated yet, but this was like a little vocational school, and I was also going to a Houston Community College at the same time. The lady recommended, they were interviewing people, and the lady recommended all the people that they had interviewed. She did not find anyone acceptable to meet her expectations as following her footsteps. So she recommended to management to hire me. I didn't even know. She recommended them to hire me, and I was a student in her class, still in the class. And management was like, well, she doesn't have, and she was like, management was like, well, what are her qualifications? And they were like, she has a very, very, very professional resume. She goes to Houston Community College. She's getting an associate's degree, and she took this class, and she is the top person in the class, and she knows everything about computers, and she could teach whatever. So the lady wanted me to be the person to replace her. The school ultimately said no because I was still in the class. She was leaving in the middle of the semester, so another teacher would come in and finish teaching us, and they were like, no, she's in the class, and that's not going to look right for the students to know that she is a student and she's teaching them now. But the teacher was like, anybody have a question in their class, they go ask her. They copy off of her answers. And so she gets through with her work first. She stays after class. So the teacher was like really, really going to bat for me. Like I say, I didn't know it till afterwards when she got ready to leave. And I would stay every day after class until it was time for me to go to my classes at Houston Community College. So then, like on the couple of days before she got ready to leave, she pulled me to the side and she was like, you're doing an excellent job. I just want to let you know you're creative, you're a hard worker, continue to do what you're doing. And she was like, I just want to let you know that I recommended you for this position, but they did not hire you or was not willing to consider you because you did not have a degree, even though you know more than the people that could take this position. You know more than them, but you did not have a degree. So she was like, please continue with your degree, even if it's an associate's degree, to get it. And the lady that they hired, the teacher brought the lady in the classroom because the lady didn't know nothing about computers. She just got the degree. She just got the job because she didn't even know how to type, y'all. She just got the job because she had the degree. And so the teacher brought her in before she was supposed to start work, introduced her to me, and told her if she needs any help to ask me. So the lady became friends with me, and little did I know, we didn't know, the lady actually lived one block away from me. So she became friends with me. She invited me over to her house. She would ask me questions and this and this. And I was actually teaching the lady. She got the job. She getting paid. And she got the degree. But I'm actually teaching her. And me and her became friends. So, y'all, you're never too old to learn something new. And don't look down upon other people because you think you're better than them. You think you're prettier than them. You think you're more educated than them. Don't look down upon other people because you could learn a lot from other people. And that's on period. So that's my chit chat for today. Now I know it's 2:56. I am running late to what I wanted to do today. Like I told y'all, I'm getting ready to go house sit with a house sit for a friend that's in the hospital. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Hit always, and so you could be notified each and every time I come live or upload a new video. If you want to support the channel, all my information is in the description box below. My Cash App, my PayPal, my Amazon wish list. Someone sent me a Cash App last night. It's not on its phone. I can't remember who it was. Last name starts with an F, I think. Thank you for sending me that Cash App. And I'm going to talk to you nutty buddies later, and let me know what you think about this conversation. Do you think you know everything? Are you too old to learn anything? Are you open to criticism? Do you not like people to tell you anything or to point out your flaws? Do you do self-evaluations often? Are you constantly trying to grow, or are you at a point where you just stagnated and you don't think you need to do anything different or better? Anyway, thanks for watching Vanessa's Van Life Journey.